Hey, what's going on, guys? There's not a truck driver out there who hasn't been abused by a security guard at one of these shippers or receivers. As far as I can tell, there's only 3 different types of security guards. Well, 3 different personalities, okay? You have the polite ones, and let me tell you right now, that's few and far between. You have the indifferent security guard, the people that they're just going through the routine. You ain't nothing but another driver to them. They don't even bother making eye contact with you. You know, they hate their job. They hate the industry, whatever. They don't want to do their job, yada, yada, yada. Or you have the rude security guard, the security guard who could never make it as a cop, and they think they're an FBI or CIA agent. And they think because they have the power to tell drivers to leave the property that they're somebody. I've had probably more arguments and more disputes with rude security guards than anybody else in this industry. And I know no security guards are going to watch this video. You know, security guards that deal with truck drivers, of course. But if you do, let me tell you like this. Respect the truck drivers. Okay, we are doing a job 20 million times harder than your job. It's not hard to sit there and check in trailers, check out trailers all day, enter a few numbers on a computer system. All right. And in between trucks, you get to pull up Facebook and, you know, whatever, live stream your life. All right. Truck drivers, we're out here working almost 100-hour weeks. I know the clock says 70, but come on, let's be real. All truckers are doing more work than that. All right. So we're out here working almost 100-hour weeks. We're giving up our lives and our families for weeks and months at a time to keep this country going, to keep food on the shelves, to keep gas in cars. All right. We are in a career that not everybody can do. You know, and I know the stereotype, oh, any monkey could drive a truck. It's easy. Anybody can do it. You know who says that? People that haven't driven a truck before. People that know very little about the industry, or somebody who was in it for 6 months and then they got out and then they want to run their mouth to all their friends. It was easy. It wasn't shit. Anybody can do that. No, this industry has a near 99% turnover rate. And there's a reason for that. Everyone thinks it's easy until you try it. Okay. But you know what is easy? Being a security guard. By comparison to a truck driver, your job is a breeze. We are the only damn reason you even have a job as a security guard at a trucking facility. So, show some respect to the drivers, all right? You are far more easily replaced than we are. It took me, when I got my CDL, I spent a year, I spent 2 years, I spent 3 years learning the ins and outs of the industry, learning how to drive that damn truck. And I'm going to tell you right now, is the learning curve the same for you? Did it take you 3 years to learn how to be a security guard? I'm sure it didn't. Okay. We do a job that you could not do. We tolerate levels of stress that would make you rip your freaking hair out. So show some respect to the drivers. And since we are on security guards, I'll go ahead and tell you one of my worst encounters with a security guard. So I went to pick up at this place once, and I don't remember where it was, but I remember I pulled in and they were closed. I had called ahead, but for whatever reason, I think it was a holiday, but they had closed early that day. And they didn't bother telling me that on the phone. So when I got there, there was nobody there except a security guard, and she was leaving too. And I pull up to the gate and I tell her, hey, I'm here to pick up. She's like, well, there's nobody here. You know, she was really rude. Just, there's nobody here. And I said, okay, well, I called ahead. I don't know, you know, well, that's not my problem, sir. You're going to have to leave. I said, okay, well, can you open the gate so I can go in and turn around? And she says, no, I can't do that. I'm not allowed to let you on the property if we're closed. What you can do is back out onto the street. And I said, whoa, hey, I said, I'm not backing out onto the street. And she's like, well, you can't sit here. And I said, well, if you just let me in and let me turn around, I'll be out of here. No problem. Well, sir, the last driver I let in, he he was camping out on our property or, whatever. I said, look, lady, I'm just going to go in, circle around. I'll be out of here. Well, I can't do it. And I said, okay, well, I don't know what we're going to do then. And she said, well, you're going to leave or I'm going to call the cops. And I said, call the cops. At this point, I was, pretty furious. And I told her, I said, good, call the cops. I'm sure a cop would agree with me that I shouldn't back out a 53-foot trailer onto a major highway. And then, it was quiet for a few minutes. And then finally, she comes back on the intercom and she's like, all right, sir, I'll let you in only if you promise to turn around and leave. I said, yeah, lady, I'm leaving. I don't want to be here any more than you do. Okay. I tell you that story because that type of attitude is very common in this industry. Very common. Security guards, they want to look at the driver like we're this freaking big, like we're underneath them or something. Even though, it's like I already said, we deal with levels of stress they could never handle. We do a job they could never do. We make 10 times the money they do, right? We are essential workers. And we get treated like cockroaches by minimum wage security guards. I mean, it's a clown world out here. But anyway, if you're a driver, maintain professionalism, even when the guard's being rude. But don't, as in my story, don't let a security guard force you to do something that is dangerous or that you shouldn't do. You are the professional. You have the license. You make the call. All right. I was not about to back out onto that main highway. Now, granted, it wasn't too busy, but the speed limit through there was 45 miles an hour. And it's just not a safe thing to do. Okay. So anyway, peace out. I got to get these reps in. Hope everybody had a good weekend. And Sandman, I'm out.